Hi, this is James from Remo Free, and in this short video I'm just going to take you through one of the core functionalities of the Intune automations with bulk application assignments. So before I jump in, I just want to talk about some of I suppose the main problem that we solve here, right? So if you're in Intune today and let's say you needed to assign a set of applications to a user, to a group of users, devices, etc. You know that this is a challenge, right? Without building your own PowerShell scripts, you have to go into each of these applications one at a time and go into the properties, scroll down, go into assignments, click edit, add your group, and then here you can select multiple groups. For example, here select maybe you want to add a filter which you've pre-created, and maybe you want to change some settings. But if you wanted to change perhaps the setting for all of these, so let's say you wanted to show hide all toast notifications, click OK. You'd have to do it, and you wanted it to affect all of these groups, you would have to do it for each one at a time. So another pain point is you have to edit each of these one at a time, click OK, review, like lots of clicks there that you saw. And this is just for one application. Right? Imagine if you had 10 applications. Suddenly you can see that, find yourself being consumed in that. So that was really challenge number one that we wanted to solve. So let's take a look at how we do that. So if we open the extension, and we can see we're at the home screen, and if we go into applications list, so what this is going to do, this is going to bring up a alphabetically sorted list of our applications that we have in our Intune environment. And we bring in about 20 at a time just to save on memory and performance and don't overload the graph API. But we can see here all of our Intune applications are here. Search work, so for example, if I search Firefox, I can see all of my different Firefox versions are available here. So yeah, we can, and what you can see here is you've got these selection buttons here, so we can select more than one application at a time. So let's just do something really basic. Let's select a bunch of these. I'm just doing these purely at random. So we've got 3 so far. Let's do a few more. Let's do Adobe Reader. Let's do this Alan Phillips app. So we've got 5 so far. See if we can get up to 10. Autopsy, why not? Azure CLI, why not? Docker, yeah, Bamboo, why not? One more for luck. Let's go with GitHub Desktop. There you go. So we've got 10 apps selected, and got a few options up here. So now we're just going to do new deployment. So we can see here we've got all of these apps selected. We could remove 1 or 2 if we wanted to by clicking on the X here, and then we've got these phases that we're now going to go through. So first stage is selecting the groups. So let's select some groups. Let's go with these ones are here, convenient. So we'll do operations, retail, and finance. Let's select these 3 groups. Hit the next step. Now we're going to set our options. So if we saw about how I showed at the start, whereby setting those options in Intune itself for every single application, you would need to set these options for each one of these groups. So if we've got 10 applications, 3 groups, you're going to need to do that 30 times, right? But here I could select all of these groups in bulk, and let's say I want to apply a filter for that, and if I hit save, but basically for all of these groups that are going to be assigned these 10 applications, they will now be set these settings. So you saw that was 2 clicks for 10 applications for 3 groups. So it's a huge amount of time you're saving, and this is not straightforward with PowerShell as well. It can be quite complex and still quite a lot to do. So you can see here, if I go through operations, retail and finance, we've got this filter that's been applied. So again, really straightforward. Next step, let's go into overview. So this is going to give us a quick recap. So we've got all of these applications selected, and these are our groups, and these are our assignment settings that we have set. And then it's just a simple case of hitting deploy. Okay, so once you hit deploy, you will land at the sort of the quick deploy sort of status screen. So this is showing us this deployment in action. So we have a cooldown timer of 30 seconds, which you can sort of pause if you change your mind and you don't want to do this, or you can drill into it and see a bit more detail of these things happening live in action. So this is going to start in a second. And we can see that this is now successfully completed. Well, completing, almost completed. It's just going through the final assignments, but we can see we've got the apps assigned to the groups. So remember, we had 3 groups for each 10 applications. And so if we go back to the status of this, we can see that it's finished and it's done all of those assignments, and that took about 1 minute to do. So 10 apps, 3 groups in 1 minute. Very straightforward. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.